Hey everybody, welcome to Bitchin' and Praying, and this is a super quick prepper hack video. If there's a lockdown, a shutdown, whatever event happens that you need to have your prepper pantry ready for, here's a couple hacks. Let's say you can't get your liquid creamer. I apologize as always for the shadows here. You can't get fresh dairy. You can't get your liquid creamer. I always have dry creamer in my pantry. Let's do this. This is the original. It's $1.49 for 16 ounces at Aldi's. They also have the flavored ones for the people that like the flavored stuff. It may not be what you like with the liquid, but it's better than nothing. I love it. It's made with hydrogenated, I can't say it, coconut oil. Um, it's very good. And I think it's a little bit more for the flavored ones. So I would get some in your pantry right now, for sure. Um, Next, I just did this. Here's all my, you might have seen my video the other day. I think I had it in there where I bought all the ground beef at Aldi's. I bought another one too. I'm getting this in the prepper freezer pantry. And I bought those freezer bags. They were pretty good. Um, See how thin that is? I I also have a food scale. They're a pound a piece. I take it, I put the pound in there, and I roll down, I roll up, sideways. I roll down to the corners first so that they're full. Do it slowly so you don't blow out the bottom of the bag. Then cross, up, down again, just back and forth. You'll see, and leave. First of all, seal your bag so you have about an inch open so the air can get out. And then roll up, and then you have to tuck your meat in at the top. Seal it super tight. You will have a vacuum sealed bag of meat. And the best thing to do is to write on your bag before you put any meat in. Let it dry for just a couple seconds. Because if you try to write when the meat's in there, it's cold and it is hard for the indelible or, the Sharpie. It won't write well on there. So, of course, the hack is to have plenty of meat in your prepper freezer pantry and to have it take up the least amount of room possible. So, buy it when it's on sale, clearance, best deal possible before you need it, and keep it stacked and have it, like this, taking up the least amount of room possible, whatever cut of meat it is. Vacuum sealed, vacuum seal it yourself somehow. Always have it dated and what it is. And I like to keep beef together, pork together, chicken together. I don't have a lot of room, but I make the most what room I have. I use my handy dandy mini rolling pin. Old rolling pin was my mom's. Next, oatmeal. Um, you're not possibly going to have eggs for breakfast. You're not possibly going to have milk for cereal. Oatmeal already in the packets. Maybe not as cheap as the great big rolled oats, but this already has the flavorings in it. You won't need to use your brown sugar or your maple syrup or the fresh fruit. So it might actually be cheaper. Um, it's a great deal. If you find, I get mine with coupons or I get it at Dollar Tree or actually or at Aldi's. It's $1 for 6 packets at Dollar Tree. It's $1.49 for 10 packets at Aldi's. I think that's about the cheapest I find it. It was more at Walmart. If you find it cheaper, grab it. I'm always watching for deals. I just had great deals with the coupons. I showed that on another video. And another thing to do is, if your little ones, let's say it's locked on your little ones, I don't want to eat oatmeal. Sprinkles. Keep sprinkles on hand. I got a bunch of these cheap and well, I got them free in one of my dumpster diving days before this whole corona bedbug epidemic thing hit the world. Um, no, I'm not doing those. Yeah, I was only at businesses in their dry stock dumpsters, not their garbage ones, and it's totally legal. I would be doing videos about that if the epidemics hadn't hit. Um, so anyhow, I had tons of this Wilton stuff. all sealed, all in boxes is great. But yeah, I don't do that now. And so sprinkle some of the magic sprinkles on food, and kids will eat just about anything. Make it fun for them. Next, containers. Ball jars are expensive and hard to come by right now. So save your glass jars to begin with, and the lids for ball jars will fit most of them. So if you need them for canning, for storage, whatever. Next, I'm not talking about 30-year storage here or anything. Your applesauce, large applesauce, um, and different kinds of jars are great for storage. Put a tight lid on it. You're not going to get a lot of bugs in there unless they were already hatching out of like the oats or the grains or whatever. So save them and use them for storage. You got plenty of storage stuff, and you know, wash them out, make sure they totally dry out, and right there you got lots of storage stuff. Another thing to store it in, this one's still got pop in it, is these 2.5 liter pop bottles. Wash them out good, make sure they're totally dry. Use your funnel and fill them full of rice, whatever. And they make great storage. Super tight, you know, bottle cap. Works great too. There's plenty of storage options. Sorry about shaking there. Plenty of storage options if you can't find the glass jars. And you can go to your local bar or restaurant and ask them if they'll save those giant pickle jars or olive jars. Take a sticker with your name and number on it and ask them if they'll stick it on it for when it's empty, and that way it'll remind them. And those would make great big huge nice jumbo storage jars, so keep that in mind also. Next, here we are again. Doesn't take any butter, doesn't take any milk, and you know you love that. And if you buy it at Sam's Club in the great big boxes, I think it's 6 or 8, I can't remember, it's downstairs, I don't want to run back down there. I know it comes out without a sale or deal going on. It comes out to about $1.65 a box. I add another cup to a cup and a half of pasta to it. This is elbows. If I usually have another bag of shells for this one, or elbow for the Kraft Deluxe, because they have this, both of them at Sam's, and they're both the same price, and they both taste just about the same, just the pasta's different shape to it, and it stretches it a whole lot farther, and there's enough sauce in there to cover that extra pasta, trust me. And you know, the box pasta's fine to have in your pantry. I have some in mind, the one that you add the milk and the butter to. But in the lockdown, shutdown, you may not have a lot of butter or milk, but you might have shelf stable milk or dry milk. But I'm just saying, with this, you don't have to add anything, and it may be the kind you like better. And it's a little bit more, but you're not adding anything to it. So I'm just throwing that out there. Same here. Get yourself a good pancake mix that you really like, that all you have to add is water. No eggs, no milk, nothing. You will have to have whatever you want to put on top of it, syrup, and you know that I stock up on that Mrs. Butterworth downstairs. You see the ones I buy at Sam's Club, the 2 big double jugs. So stock up on your syrup or whatever you put on top of it. You know, sugar, I don't know, maybe plain. I'm not sure, whatever you do with that, but get the one that's just it. Get a good brand, or maybe it's not even a good brand, but the kind you like, a good product. Just add water, so you don't have to add a bunch of stuff to it that you might not be able to get. Anyhow, last but not least is tortillas. People ran out and grabbed up loaves and loaves and loaves and loaves of bread. Well, you don't want to fill up your freezer full of bread. My freezer, my prepper freezer is not full of bread. It's got a lot of these in there. They lay flat, just like my ground beef there, and hardly take up any room. I get them at my day old bread store. These are well within date. That's the black mark, just shows they're at the bread store, been taken off the shelf at the store and brought back to the bread store. And a lot of people make these at home. You could do that. You could do that too. I've done that before. These lay totally flat. They're in the resealable bag. And a lot of times the bread store has a special where they do 5 of them for $1, 5 bags for $1. Or they're anywhere from 50 cents to $1 at the very most. These were 50 cents. And there's also a punch card that you use every time you buy anything there. You get a punch. And then after 12, you get $5 worth of product in the back of the store free. So it's a great deal there. So anyhow, stock up on these. Use these for sandwiches. Use them for, of course, enchiladas, tacos, whatever. But we use these like you would use bread for sandwiches, for peanut butter roll-ups. You would use these in where there was no bread available. You could use these in place of it. And these lay so flat in your freezer and they come out great. You just take them out, let them thaw out. So this would be a bread alternative. So these are my hacks. Oh, well, a few of them. I have a ton of them. These are a few of my prepper pantry hacks for you tonight, and I hope you liked them. And get ready, people. Keep prepared, please. And this is Bitchin' and Praying. Please subscribe. Please give this a like. Please share. And please stay prepared. And thanks for joining. I'll see you next time.